Well, well, well. It seems that you have stumbled upon a place that you have recently discovered. A place where I live. A place where I'm at peace. A place that I spent most of my time in. But, most importantly, a place where I call it home. Welcome to the Void, dear traveler. My name is the Clone Wars. And no, that's not a Star Wars reference or anything related to that franchise. I'm an animatronic deity disguised as a robotic purple bear with human hands for some reason. This channel here is where I'm going to be doing reviews on pieces of media, analysis, and maybe other theories and stuff. Of course, you don't have to call me Clone Wars by all the time. I go by many names. Yarsel Pizzari, my human name obviously, even though technically I'm not human all the time. I don't know, I just kind of act weird. Person from Moldova, since I came from Moldova obviously. And the Purple Bear himself. Now, to keep things in mind, I'm usually not that much of a Mr. Nice Guy. After all, I do have anger issues. So there can be moments where I just snap and yell at the microphone because of someone or something irritating me. But I don't stay angry all the time either. So here's a little bit of info for you guys to keep in mind. As long as you guys stay civil and respectful to my own personal opinions, which obviously I will be using for my own reviews, obviously, my own brain, then I won't get angry about it. And as long as a piece of media that I'm going to review is something that is actually good, then the creator of that piece of media will earn my respect to them. If they don't turn out as a bad person, of course. Speaking of keeping things in mind, let's go to the next topic. Shall we? Okay, so let's get this straight. I don't think I should leave my channel like this without any boundaries. More specifically, rules. So let's add some to the channel, shall we? Rule number 1. Don't spam in the comments. Simple enough. And rule number 2, and probably the most important one, is don't act aggressive over someone's opinion that are different from yours, including mine. I'm only adding this rule is because of a certain community that has a difficult time with opinions. But that's for a future video, obviously. Now for rule number 3. And for the love that is holy, do not use any swear words or Gen Alpha words. Seriously, I don't want to see a lot of you guys commenting like skibbity riz or something. Like, please do not do that in my channel. Please don't do that. Hopefully you guys understand enough. Anyways, that's all. Moving on. Now, we are going in the fruitful territory, because this is where I'm going to talk about my review system. How am I going to review things exactly? Welp, we are going to split media into multiple parts. 1, I'll recap the story and what happens in it. And number 2, after I'm done with the whole recapping thing, I'll move to the art and animation. Like, what type of art style does it have? Is there some type of certain issue with them? Or does it overall look good? And number 3, I'll move on to the story and the characters. Like, is there some certain plot points in the story where it goes really messy? Are the characters unlikable? Or is it overall good? And number 3 is the message in the story within of itself. Like, is it an actual well-meaningful lesson, or is it propaganda of some kind? I might do a theory on the story in itself, but I don't think I wanna spend much effort into that yet. And overall, I might do that as a separate video, honestly. And the final part is the conclusion and the rating. And, well, the rating, which I'm trying to say. Now, how am I going to rate the media is going to sound a bit weird and complicated for you guys, but I'll try to make it as simple to understand as possible. Basically, every section will have a rate system between 0 to 10 radius. If the rating is somewhere at 0 to 4, that qualifies that part as quote-unquote bad. If the rating is at 5, it'll be classified as quote-unquote mediocre or decent, or some other words in between. If the rating is somewhere at 6 to 10, it'll be acknowledged as quote-unquote kinda good, or if it's at 10, it'll be at a masterpiece. Or basically at 7 or 9, it'll be classified as good, but you get the point, maybe. Then once we get to the conclusion, I'll combine all the rating using math, of course, like a horse. Then once we get the final rate, we'll truly see if the media is good or not. Anyways, that's it for the introduction. I hope you understood of everything that I explained it in this video, and it's understandable that you didn't. But if you are genuinely curious to see my content, then stick around. I'll be glad to show that. Anyways, that's the end of the video. See ya soon!